Selena Gomez was diagnosed with lupus, depression and anxiety. No person cares about what I'm doing, it is about who I am. Before we continue, push the subscribe button. Thanks. The profession of Selena Gomez is one that commenced out in a way that many treat earlier than it modified, often for higher and for worse. After which, whilst Europe it ahead to now, many humans might say she's in the nice place she's ever been. However, in a brand new documentary, launched revelations about Selena Gomez through Selena Gomez have discovered pretty a bit about this star that many humans didn't expect, along with a certain situation that she has that she photo preserved below, manage and under wraps. At instances, plus it is now no longer the simplest element. She stated, "We're going to wreck it down for you." 26 bipolar Selena Gomez has been open about her bodily and mental fitness journey. This week she's establishing up extra than ever earlier than with a deep interview with Rolling Stone in the launch of her new Apple TV Plus documentary. Selena Gomez, my thoughts and maybe beforehand of the discharge of her documentary. Rolling Stone posted an interview with Gomez in which she information her mental struggles in her 20s earlier than she became identified with bipolar sickness, which reasons dramatic shifts in a person's mood, strength and idea processing, in step with the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Humans with bipolar revel in excessive and low moods called mania, and depression, which fluctuate from the standard ups and downs maximum humans revel in. The organization says, "I'm gonna be very open with everyone about this. I've been to for remedy facilities." Gomez, age 30, informed Rolling Stone, "I assume once I started hitting my early 20s is whilst it started to get sincerely dark. Once I started tossing like I became not on top of things of what I become feeling, whether or not that became sincerely tremendous or sincerely bad." She went directly to tell Mag that her mania and despair spells might closing weeks or months with no specific triggers. All through her high school, she had to share her wealth with anyone she knew. One factor, she became satisfied she had to shop for anyone a vehicle. However, then a switch might turn, and she might get hit with despair, and shortly after, isolation. It simply became me now, no longer being capable of circulate from me bed. I failed to need everyone to speak to. My pals might convey me food due to the fact they love me, however none people knew what it became. She stated, "Once in a while it became you excite being mattress too, in which even taking walks downstairs might get me out of breath." She informed Rolling Stone that for years she pondered suicide. She never treated, and thank goodness the at the arena might be higher if I wasn't there, she stated. Unfortunately, this is very common with bipolar sickness, and due to certain ideals about mental fitness, there have been many folks that failed to get identified with it till some distance too late. After any one idea they have been simply performing out or performing loopy. The stat that bipolar humans can get too is erratic and precise, that all of us can behave in another way, relying on who they are and what they are feeling. The fact that Gomez became inclined to enter those remedy facilities proved that she became inclined to get higher. That is extra than you could say for others at instances. Kanye became is infamous for his revealing of him being bipolar. Simple as told me he would not get handled for it. Why no longer, because the medication clouded his thoughts, and he failed to like that. Repeated years later in his bipolar troubles essentially led him to stalking high-sex spouse, pulling out all styles of humans happening rants and maximum resentmenting quite a few hate speech remarks. Quantity 5 The Voices in 2018, whilst Gomez became in her mid-20s, she stated she comments to pay attention voices that in the induced psychosis. Gomez's reminiscence of this time and scant, however, informed them she ended up at a remedy facility for numerous months. In the end, she stated she commenced slowly taking walks out of psychosis and became identified with bipolar sickness. However, the analysis failed to place the direct cease to the struggle. The aggregate of medications became on made her sense, "that I become gone, there has been no part of me that become there anymore." She stated thankfully matters did get higher for her. It took a lot of difficult paintings, she stated, to simply accept her analysis and discover ways to control it. Whilst Apple Plus screened the movie, Gomez refused to observe, however, did pay attention to how the target market responded. It became it had an emotional effect. I became like, okay, if I can simply do this for one person, believe what it is able to do, she informed Rolling Stone. In the end I simply type off win for it. I simply stated sure her power do now no longer simple is be open about this however Mackie a documentary about. It's Miles brief to King Mini nowadays, regardless of higher awareness and intellectual fitness, and now no longer simply Badilla fitness, would not take that threat, due to the fact of ways it'd lead them to appearance. However Gomez is aware of that to be open about it, means that you could assist others with it, and it is authentic power and growing up some other component that Gomez it to be praised for is the boom Thatch has had from some of her earlier days in stardom, where she is now shesated in a distinctive interview, that she could not believe what her younger self have been doing to her body, and thoughts the matters I was looking from 2016 to 20,172,018 I cannot accept as true with I become that woman that breaks my heart. I'm thankful to be in the opposite aspect however. After I watched for instance the primary part of the movie where A mentioned my body, she stated "Jatinge emotional." She informed the interviewer that she become absolutely upset with herself revisiting how she dealt with and notion about her frame. I could not believe the matters I become meaning to be which actual you're not viable. Except you've got plenty of cash, and you are inclined to spend it totally this to yourself. She stated it truly broke my heart. It truly is not the feeling I need to present all of us. I wish I do not sulking it become a chunk stunning and scary. This is something that Gomez has mentioned earlier than in Stunning Elements. She even recalled a 2015 Met Gala be a memorable second and that processy differ plenty with my way. And I recall this night time in particular I did not experience true about my frame. So what become actually first rate become that I actually were given a chance to work at the get dressed at and shape my frame. She stated in the video. I had in of these lovely time, shaping the get dressed. Suppose that we got here collectively, and built something actually lovely that in shape me truly nicely. That become one of the moments wherein I become like I do not ought to be THAT 19 years old body form anymore. Because I'm now no longer. Gomez additionally said that just being the concern of frame shaming over the years however she's labored to jet via it. That being stated it become hard to cope with the eyes upon her. It is hard to experience comfortable, whilst you experience like every person is. Looking judging and commenting at the manner. You look so self-belief remains something I work on each day however after I forced all attempting to agree to society's unrealistic requirements of splendor. My perspective editally shifted. It truly is some other componented our subculture has wrongfully focused in through the years. They have got a definitiveship of splendor that they accept as true with guys and girls have to have it. Instances simply ask Billie Eilish about her instances. Well on literals and those shamed her for on emotive or some other. It is now no longer proper and human beings ought to be allowed to come to be that from kind they experience due to the facto. Now no longer do this is to threat a person doing whatever to get into form, and we have got all visible, how it truly is long gone with inside the beyond QUANTITY3, sending the proper message in a component that Gomez involved about will looking components of her documentary becometh it. She did not need to ship the wrong message to younger women primarily based totally on what the more youthful Selena did or stated it truly.